The University Fashion Graduate Show is such a prestigious event, and for the first time it's here at Silverstone. I'm going to be speaking to Nikki Chapman from ND Events and Marketing. And Nikki, if you could tell us what roles and responsibilities you are playing today and why it's so important that students get the exposure and their talent is showcased.
Yes, by all means. Well, the role that I'm playing isn't really just today. The role that I'm playing has been a role that's been going on now for about 3 months or so, and there's been a lot of work prior to that by people from within the university in setting up agreements and making this brilliant venue at Silverstone the base for this year's graduate fashion show. So there's an awful lot of work behind the scenes before I come on board, and then when I come on board it's about pulling all those individual components together to end up with a show that is consistent with what the university wants to say about itself and about its students, because it's a brilliant showcase for both the university and obviously the students that are the output of the university.
Okay, so why is it so exciting that the event's being held at Silverstone?
Well, I think because Silverstone is such a prestigious venue, and because it's exciting actually for Silverstone and for the university, because Silverstone has never held an event like this here before. This particular building in which the show's being held is quite new, and it's had a few conferences and so on, but it's never had an event of this size and of this nature before. So it's exciting for them, it's exciting for the university, because the university has a strategic partnership with Silverstone anyway, so which they, Silverstone and the university work together on several projects, and at the moment this is the culmination of some of that relationship in having the fashion show here. I think for people coming to the show, there's a big thing about coming to Silverstone which has a bit more of an exciting ring to it, maybe because it's associated with such high, motorsport and so on. I mean, it's one of the most prestigious events in the world, I think. Not that I know an awful lot about motorsport, but the Formula One Grand Prix here. And so it's just something that it's a place that captures your imagination probably more than a local theatre, which is where the show's been held to date.
Okay, so in terms of the partnership between the university and Silverstone, is this something that you see going into future events? Is this, will the fashion graduate show continue to be held here, or?
Well, we've got to suck it and see a bit, really. I mean, I think hopefully, yes. We're halfway through the day. The first performance of the day is going on as we're talking, and it seems to be going very well. The main gala event happens tonight, when we have VIPs from around the country who come to that. People from the industry, people from media and so on come this evening. So it's a slightly different audience. This audience has been much more based on encouraging young people into fashion and into higher education. So we've got a lot of school children there today now. But this evening will be the telling time. And I think, yes, if it goes well, which touch wood it is so far, it could well happen again in future years, yes.
Okay, brilliant. Any more questions?
And why is it so important for the students to have their work shown at such a large event?
I think for the students it's a culmination of all the effort that they've put in over 3 years or sometimes more of study. It's a chance to show their designs, and it is a selective catwalk show. Not every student gets their design shown here today. There are 24 collections. I'm not absolutely positive of the number of students there are, but it's certainly a selective process. So it's very much like they would have out in the real world, in that it's not a given that because you design a nice garment that it is actually going to sell. They do have to go through that whole process of designing, making, and then selling in to be shown here today. And it's a brilliant opportunity for them. The media coverage is quite high, quite good quality, and it's a great opportunity for them to show not just their families and friends, and obviously that's quite important, because families that have paid the bills to keep them here, but actually to show what they've done, what they've achieved in the real world. Some of these photographs will appear in magazines and newspapers and on the internet, so it can go global, we hope. Yes.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much.
No, that's lovely. Thank you very much.